I've done everything short of running them over, and I just think it's a matter of time for that, and they haven't broke, so. You know, people ask me all the time what we use to make the recordings because it sounds so good. And I tell them, you're just listening to the one that sounds really good. We try really hard to make them sound good. You know, you got to do justice to the artist. We use a lot of field recording equipment like the Zoom H6, which is a 6-input mobile recording device. And boy, they've came a long way since the days of Alan Lomax, John Lomax. You know, they were rolling around in Model T Fords with, 100-pound straight-to-wax cylinder recording machines. I can't even imagine how hard a lot of that stuff would have been to use. I'm really blessed, and I still get a headache trying to set my gear up, but we use a lot of wireless lavalier packs. You know, I like to keep the microphone small. I like to make the artist not feel like they have, a microphone in their face. I also think the video is really set apart because they don't have that mic in the shot, blocking their face, really blocking the view that they're focused on. They can kind of just play like they would in their bedroom, especially when they have this tiny little microphone on their collar clip. I love that. When I first started, we'd do such crazy stuff as putting iPhones inside the guitar. They kind of paved the way for my philosophy about it now, which is close miking. And then usually I only have to deal with maybe 3 channels, a vocal mic, a guitar, or an instrument of some kind, and then like a room mic. And that's about as in-depth as I go into it. More mics, more problems, I guess less mics, one breaks, you're doomed, but that's just the nature of the game. I just try and roll with it. A variety of cameras that are all compact is what I try and mostly focus on. My favorite camera is a Sony DV cam from the 1999s. These old tape cameras, and they're real compact and they have everything you need from night shot to everything. But a few of my videos are shot on those, and those are a lot of fun. But as far as the HD stuff goes, we use a Sony A6500s. They're really compact and useful. And then the lenses are still real old school Nikon lenses, Nicors, these old Nikon film camera lenses from the 70s that our DP Tim had from his uncle. One of them is the 35-1.4, which is beautiful, the 105, which is beautiful, 2.8, I think, 2.5, and it's two really sturdy. They don't make them like they used to, but they now they're all plasticky and stuff. But those old lenses were like tanks. You could throw them around the room. Sometimes I just toss them like a football for fun, but some of them are dented now. I need some new gear. That the war inside of me will kill. I'm a real vintage guy. The vintage stuff is the stuff you get for free. So I have a pair of really hot, Lowell hot lights that we put up sometimes, and they're prone to cause a lot of house fires, and they still keep on trucking. I don't know how, but they're like 1,000 degrees, so those are fun. The gear is always my least favorite part because it all breaks. I try and just have enough backups of random stuff around and be crafty enough to just make sure that I can get the recording, because that's the biggest part, I guess, is making sure you get something out of it all. Wireless is always ideal because when you're hopping a train or you're in the middle of nowhere, you really don't want to be stuck on wires. Wires just really affect me. I hate to see them. I don't like them. I don't want to be connected to anybody. So it's nice to just have that wireless freedom. I bought a pair of Sennheiser G3s off of eBay a long time ago. I have buyer's remorse really bad for everything I buy all the time, so I have to make sure that I buy the right thing. So I did my research and I was like, what can I use that's gonna last a long time? Because I knew we were gonna be using these for everything. And this is what always came up, Sennheiser G3s. And in Nashville, everybody's got a studio. And every studio is just filled with Sennheiser gear. So I was like, if anybody knows anything about recording, it's all these studios in Nashville. So I figured I couldn't go wrong getting some Sennheiser stuff. I've done everything short of running them over, and I just think it's a matter of time for that. And they haven't broke. So we use a lot of the ME2 actual mics and the ME4s. A lot of these other lavalier, we got the Aperture A-Lavs and stuff, and they're all nice and they're convenient, but if it gets unplugged, it's ruined. If the wire comes off from abuse, it just needs to all be really secure. And I love the threaded 1/8 inch, that's such a small thing. I don't understand why everybody doesn't do it. We did one at the fair with Esther Rose, in the middle of the fairgrounds. We did this video. Anybody else, if I told any engineer that we were gonna do that, they would have been so mad at me. Because I ignore everybody, I just said I wanna do it there. The only way we could do that is with small lavaliers that have great sound and can really push out any of the noise. When you wanna just get a vocal take, you get the vocals. When you wanna get guitar, it gets the guitar. There's not a lot of bleed, and that's just essential to what we do. I don't think we could do any of this stuff. They literally on a moving train had workable audio afterwards. I mean, that's just a testament to high quality. I'm definitely excited to upgrade to the G4. If there's any improvement that they can make to these things, I'm amazed, but I'm really glad that they're keeping at it, because the G3s are cool, and they're gonna work with the G4 just as well. So with a lot of things, when you buy like a new camera system, you have to change all kinds of things up. And I love that the new version of these, it just works, it's just like, you don't even have to change anything. Every microphone has its own character, style, and energy, and you really gotta be careful. But if you're using all the same brand, it kind of helps, because, they all just come from the same family. So it's kind of like just siblings, they're a little different, but they got enough similarities to give each other a blood exchange if they needed it, or a new kidney.